Hey guys, Michael Edward here, True Trading Group. With this video, I'm going to go over a monster trade that I'm convinced we were the absolute first people to get involved in this trade in the morning on CYCC. We called out a buy alert at $1.89 at 9:56 a.m. in CYCC, and in the afternoon, the stock just went absolutely crazy and started lighting up other trader scanners, and a lot of other chat rooms started picking up on this stock. And I want to walk you guys through the trade and show you what it is that I saw that enabled me to get into this trade so early. I sold 25% of my position. In the afternoon for like a 15% gain, and I'm still holding 75% of my position to see if we get an extension move, which I think we will get, as the stock's already trading up to $2.36 after market. The stock closed at $2.24. Again, I got in 4,000 shares at $1.89, and I sold 1,000 shares at $2.15. I'll show you right here. So here's E-Trade. So you see my entrance, 4,000 shares at 189, and I sold 1,000 shares so far at 215. So let me walk you back through this trade. I have the daily chart up right here on CYCC, and what I first want to show you is this 50-day moving average, this blue line right here, that you can see was resistance for this stock on September 13th. Now, knowing that, I also want to show you this $2 price point right here, because here's your resistance areas at $2 right here, and then again right here. Now, this isn't just the $2 mark. It also happened to bend that 50-day moving average that caused the stock to spike up, briefly jump above $2, hit that 50-day, and then pull off on heavy volume. So fast forward to today, this stock gapped up above that 50-day moving average, which was the first time it's been above the 50-day since back in May. Okay, and then when it broke down below that 50-day in May, it just never got back above it. So it gapped up above that 50-day moving average today, and that's what first caught my attention. But that's not enough for me to enter a trade. I like to have at least two, preferably three different indicators or catalysts that are working in my favor before I enter a trade. So it wasn't just enough that it was gapping above the 50-day. I also recognized that $2 resistance area, and then I went to see what's going on with the company, and then I saw that they're presenting at a healthcare conference on September 26th next week at 2:30 p.m. So I thought, okay, maybe that could be a little bit of a catalyst that, depending on what they say at that conference, or maybe a little bit of front running going into that conference if they're going to say something good. And that's when I decided to enter a position at $1.89 that I called out in chat, and we also sent out in a real-time announcement alert in the chat, and then also a push notification SMS text message alert to all of our members. I'm going to take you down to a 3-minute chart pattern here. Let me delete this line that I drew for us earlier and look at this morning. So here's the morning open, okay? So you see the stock just opens up here above its 50-day moving average and just starts kind of hanging out and consolidating on, for this stock, relatively high volume considering what it's been trading for the last couple of weeks. So what I ended up seeing here was, okay, this 50-day moving average was at the time at $1.83. All right, right here was your 50-day moving average. Right here. That also happened to be the lows that the stock was holding in the morning that you can see right here, okay? So I didn't think it was any coincidence that the stock is now trading above the 50-day moving average, and the lows of the morning support were also happened to be the 50-day. Once I saw the stock spike right here into and push up against that $1.90, I thought maybe that we had something here, and that's when I first called out my trade at $1.89 right here, as I expected the stock to flag and then eventually push and break this high, okay, this morning high that I put in right here at $1.93. But it didn't do it. So that's when I initially called the long, and I set my stop loss, what is $1.82, right below that 50-day moving average. You can see for the remainder of the day, the stock had resistance at $1.93. Okay, it just wasn't able to get above this $1.93 until eventually popping through it at lunchtime around 12 o'clock on a pretty nice increase in volume, but then volume very quickly again dried out, and the stock just traded sideways. So at this point, once it started holding above $1.90 is when I really started talking about this in chat, saying, guys, if this stock really can hold above here and get above $2, we could see a multi-day move that can take us into this gap. So $3 became my target on this trade, but I said I expected this $2 area to be serious resistance, just based off of how it traded here and again back here to get it into this gap. Going back to the chart on a 3-minute, okay, you see right here at 2:30, heavy volume started coming into this stock right here. Okay, it could not get above $2. For about a half hour, it was trying to get through $2, trading from 195 to 2, 195 to 2. Finally, when it breaks through $2, it can't hold, comes back down, and then the move was on. Okay, we were so early on this trade. Now, to be honest, this is not the move that I was really anticipating. I wasn't saying, hey, I'm going to enter this at 10 o'clock in the morning expecting a rally into the close. I entered that position because I expected the stock to make a new high in the morning, but it wasn't able to. That doesn't mean that you just throw the trade away and that you're wrong. It just means that sometimes you're early and a stock needs a little bit more time to develop and to work its way through the trade. Volume was still very light. Okay, it was heavy in the morning considering what the stock normally trades, but for all intents and purposes, it was a very light, thinly traded stock. So it just wasn't ready to go. Once the volume started pouring in, like you see in here in the afternoon after 2:30 into the close, the stock just ran. And at this point, with this kind of volume going off, making new high after new high after new high, going into the close, this started lighting up other people's scanners. Because now the stock's up 15%, now it's up 20%. It starts lighting up other scanners, and very quickly the volume surge was just rushing into this stock. But we were sitting here at $1.89 right here in the morning. Okay? But I'm looking for now, and then here you see I took my profits, so 215. So in the afternoon at 2:15, I came on and I was in chat right here, and I said, guys, I'm just going to be prudent here. I'm up 15% on the trade. I'm going to sell 25% of my position just to lock in some profits, and then I'm going to let the rest of it ride to see if we get that extension move tomorrow and into this gap that we have here on the daily to see if we can get up to $3 and close that gap. I think this stock has a lot more room to run. Like I said, I'm still holding 75% of my position. We're already up well over 20% on the trade. Really liking this setup here. A lot of people got involved in this in our chat room and on True Trading Group because of how long the trade took to really kind of break itself out. We had people that were entering this stock all day long, and then all of a sudden the rush was on. So congratulations to everybody in chat and part of True Trading Group that caught this move and is still holding on to this. Like I said, we're up about 20% on the trade, and I think there's a lot more to come. But again, I sold 25% of my position there at 215 just to be prudent and lock in profits, and I'm letting the rest ride. If you're not signed up yet for True Trading Group, guys, you're missing out on some really excellent trades. We trade everything from pennies to small caps to options to cryptocurrencies. You just got to come join us, get into the chat, sign up for our SMS messages so you don't miss out on any trades, and start capitalizing on these moves because we're killing it in there. So, guys, this is the trade on CYCC. I'll do an update video tomorrow after we see how this trade works out. And, again, my target on this is going to be $3, and we'll see if we get that extension move. But even if we don't, so far, so good. This has been a really profitable trade, and excellent job to everyone that followed along. So congrats, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.